Hi and welcome to Geekology. I'm David.
And I'm Sven.
And tonight, well, this is going to be a little bit of an eclectic mix. Sven managed to get his hands on a
Anovos standard uniform.
Standard TNG uniform.
Nowhere near the right size for me. So,
No, but it's nice that you got an example of it so that we could review. So, Sven and I have worn many uniforms over the years, and I'd say we're a fairly good judge.
You certainly are. You know uniforms from far better.
I'm into my uniforms, it's true. So the first thing about this particular make is that they're making a big splash in America. They've got really nice, actually it's ridiculous, the cards they use to promote these are collectible, and they do sets of them. And a set of San Diego Comic-Con 2009 complete, all 5 girls, is going for something like $50, and these are little cards that they were handing out. It's ridiculous. But getting back to the point, they produce really high quality uniforms, far better than the Chinese cosplay ones that people are resorting to purchasing rather than making them themselves. I kind of miss homemade uniforms. I liked homemade uniforms, just so you could go, oh wow, you actually made that out of gabardine. You must be roasting.
Yeah.
So this is not gabardine.
No.
But it is a really nice material.
Like.
Yeah, it's very similar. Slightly too dark.
Yeah.
But only a smidge. The collar is absolutely beautiful, but it's the wrong material and it's the wrong colour.
Because it means the piping.
Yeah, I do mean the piping, because the piping should be the same material as the rest.
I get the feeling that colour is more accurate than that colour.
It's closer, but it's not.
It's not
right.
bang on.
No. The shoulder pads actually have pads.
Yeah.
The lines are beautiful, and the way they did the waistband is really good. On the back, so they've used Velcro as the attach. Normally with uniforms you see people do press studs. Other people who are used to theatrical performances use hook and eyes. Hook and eyes is actually the method that should have been done, but I love the Velcro. The Velcro is really nice.
That's much more appropriate for use in
really good
comic events.
Yeah, really good elastic, and it's just a beautiful feel. They put the zip the correct way up, however they used standard zip. It should be a teardrop zip for these. Hook and eye for the top. Fully lined, which is really nice in some instances, because it's always nice to have a lined jacket. It's not nice if you're in a hot and crowded environment all day, because you are going to sweat a lot. It does not have a specific place for sweat shields, but they're easy enough to put in yourself. The downside to this uniform, from my opinion, other than the fact that it does have a decent price ticket on it.
Yeah, it's over $100. Yeah. And this is the standard edition, not a deluxe.
Is this bit? It's dry clean only.
Yeah.
I can't see that going down well.
No.
Yeah, it's. I mean, you've seen me go through 20 uniforms in a weekend just because
Yeah.
So in one of these, I would roast. Now, this is sadly not my size, so I couldn't fully, gain the experience of wearing it. But I took in the gut and I tried, and it is beautiful. It is really nice. I'd love to get my hands on one of their deluxe.
Yeah, just so we can check it out.
To have a good
it is actually wool gabardine, I believe.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh,
so
I would like to see one of those.
I think I think the deluxe ones are actually made of the right material.
I wonder if they do the piping as well.
Yeah. So it'd be interesting to see one of them.
Yeah, if anybody has one of those, we'd love photos to actually compare and hear someone's reviews. So without wearing it for a whole weekend, I can't really score it because that wouldn't be fair. But I will say, just from initial look and the quality of it, it's got to be an 8. It's got to be an 8. The reason it lost points for me, dry clean. That's just no good. No, not over a weekend. That's not going to work. And the piping on the neck. But I did really like the Velcro. I really love the waistband. Shame they didn't use a teardrop zip, but on the other hand, who's going to notice the zip? You really don't. And at least they put the zip the correct way round, because lots of people put them upside down. Now, it would only be fair to show some other examples of uniforms for this. So you brought one with you, didn't you?
Yeah, I've got my original one. Show
us now. Are you going to tell people the story behind this one? Because I know this one.
Yeah, this is basically from when I was 18. You can probably tell.
Yeah, just smidge on the chest.
This was my nan got me this for my first convention I ever did.
That was Tacom, wasn't it?
Yep. Yeah. So I turned up in that.
Tacom was where Sven and I actually met. I met him and his young lady there many moons ago.
Who is now my wife. It's
the mother of his children.
Yes, including Jim.
And on paperwork, officially, he's carer.
I'd like to disagree. Can't. But yeah, that's my original Starfleet uniform, which I keep because my nan got it for me for my 18th birthday. It's my 18th birthday present. So yeah, that means quite a lot to me.
Now, when I was in my 20s, I used to make Star Trek uniforms for people, very bespoke and little bits, but I did make the proper material and all the patterns. However, my first event with a next gen uniform, because I was hardcore classic for quite a long time.
Because next gen would never last.
Next gen would never last. I can't believe I wrote that, and I can't believe you pointed out to me all the time. So Sven showed that one. So I will show people this one. Now, I was interviewed for live TV and Sky wearing this darn thing. My mother made this for me as a surprise one weekend because I said that everyone was wearing next gen uniforms. Look at the red. Look at the red. But
yeah, I still have photos of you from back then.
Yeah, I loved it. It was great. You know what? Still really comfortable, and she did make it from the TNG patterns.
You do know you look like a 12-year-old girl when you wore this.
Yeah, but I look like a 12-year-old girl back then anyway.
So. Yeah, I know.
But if we're talking about...
Only you could beat Denise Crosby in a
Tashiar lookalike contest. I can't believe that. That was Royal Albert Hall. That was generations. That was shockingly bad. Okay, so our fan made ones aside, because so let's tuck those out the way. Right, let's look at some of the other official Star Trek uniforms. So first of all, one that most people know. This is a Rubies Deluxe uniform. Now, we're not doing a whole thing with hundreds of uniforms. This is just to give people a rough idea. So this is one of their deluxe uniforms. Their common uniform had an embroidered com badge on it. No, where this one actually came with a com badge and rank pips. What can we say about them? All three of the colours are wrong. They didn't do any colour that was right. They did, however, do the piping on the neck, the same piping as the material, so they win points for that.
Yes, colour matches at least.
Heavy polyester, which meant for cleaning and keeping pristine. Fantastic. Really good.
Taking this in dry cleaner.
Washed. No, God, no. Easy to wash at events.
Yeah.
So, you know, fantastic. And they price pointed these at £35. Was it 50 for the deluxe? 35 for the standard 50? I can't remember, but they were very reasonably priced. Again, they put the zipping the right way round, but they didn't have any attachments on the collar to keep it firm. But they did have a nice firm adjust at the front. No shoulder pads, which I never... really
no proper lining.
No proper lining,
but
which just added to the coolness. Did, however, mean that your rank pips tended to bleed through.
And you can't badge would rub your chest.
But but that would happen on any of them anyway, unless you use magnets or Velcro. So, on the one hand, everybody can see you from a million miles when you wear one of these. They know you're wearing a Rubies uniform, and at the time they were considered cheap and nasty. I've since changed my opinions about Rubies uniforms. I still think that some of them are cheap and nasty, but in regards to some of the quality of stuff that people are buying from these cosplay companies, you look at it going, you know what, it wasn't quite as bad as I originally thought. They're not the right colours, but for the price point, I'm far more generous about these now than I was in my 20s. So, would I recommend them? But I'd recommend you have a stab at making your own. rather than Rubies. But
Yeah.
you know, if you just can't be bothered, then yeah, that's it's better than
No uniform.
no uniform. Yeah. Now the uniform that lots and lots of people have seen kicking around is this one. This is a Vegas Experience dress uniform. These are 10 out of 10 stunning uniforms. I say 10 out of 10. I thought 10 out of 10 when I first got them. So yeah, 10 out of 10 at the time. I've now reviewed that down to 8 out of 10. These are incredibly expensive, but the quality was great. They are dry clean only. However, with the piping and all the rest of it, you've got to expect that. It would have been hard not to.
Yeah. Just a shame they discoloured so badly over the
It
years.
is. It is.
And that does scream 70s Battlestar.
It does. The piping, doesn't it, on the tunic?
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's.
But I thought, from a construction point of view, these are incredibly well done uniforms. Now,
Just I hated the uniform, which is what I wanted.
yeah, you look like a waiter. It's not great.
Or
But
you're on
the
the
weird
boat.
thing is, you see so many people wearing this uniform, and from a mile away you go, Vegas Experience uniform. You can spot the difference between these ones and the copy ones, because there are a couple of copies kicking around, and you can see them a mile off. But you know what's really strange about everybody recognising this as a Vegas uniform? I shall show you what is really strange about it. Nobody ever recognises this.
Mm.
This is also a Vegas uniform. No undershirt for this particular one. I do believe they sold them. Never been able to get my hands on one.
Plus an XXXL.
Yeah, this is the one I learned to Katrine when we go to events.
Right.
I do actually have one of these in my size, but it's up in the attic with all my other uniforms, which is why I said we're not doing all the uniforms. If we did all the uniforms, we'd be here a very long time. The only point to this was to give people an idea. Now, again, this had a really high price point on it, but fully lined,
Yeah.
nice zip, good construction. The stitching is phenomenal on this.
Yeah.
This is a beautiful jacket.
Colouring's off though, isn't it?
Colouring is off, but
That should be lighter.
again, yeah, well, the same with the sleeves.
Yeah. Yeah.
This one, when I originally got it, I gave it a 7. Reason being, it was hot. It was really, really hot. You roast.
Yeah.
But really easy to unzip. You wear it open, it's
Yeah.
fine. I tend to wear really
Do you use it as a
thin
jacket?
shirts. Yeah, use it as a jacket. The other reason I marked it down was the rank piping along the edge. Do you know what's really sad? I have this in all 3 colours. It's the only difference is the sleeves.
Oh, okay.
Sleeves is the only.
Just for the department colour?
Yeah, I got all the department colours. Because I thought the stitching across the shoulders was really nice, but
Yeah.
as you said, it is the wrong colour and fades over time, which is
Could
a
be
shame.
worse. It could be one of the film welt ones like I had for a while, where the colour was completely off.
Yeah.
That was annoying when that arrived.
Yeah,
It was just
that
like,
was.
the hell is this?
But you know what? Since we're showing weird and wonderful official uniforms,
Okay.
we have to show one of these.
Oh.
Okay, now I'm doing Warp 1 and Injustice here. Warp 1 was a company ran by 2 gentlemen, Steve and Andy, who were absolutely lovely. Good, lovely couple, great fans, Welsh boys, although not originally from Wales, but...
Yeah.
Oh, actually no, Steve was from Wales, Andy wasn't. This is one of their cheap and cheerful uniforms. They did 3. They did a cheap and cheerful, they did a mid-range, and they did a deluxe. Sadly, this was the only one I could get my hands on for this video. Plus points for this, the colour was far, far closer.
Yeah.
Incredibly lightweight. This retailed for the same price that the Rubies one did, and at the time you were like, hell, I want a Warp one.
Yeah.
Big plus point for this was a zip in the collar.
Which though
So you
isn't
can-
it isn't accurate.
No,
it's
but for ease of
flipping
use,
useful.
yeah, machine washable. All of their uniforms were machine
Yeah.
washable. Now this, because it has this, because it doesn't have an elasticated waist, because it doesn't have the clips at the back, that was why this was their base model uniform. And to be honest, you see so many people still kicking around in these. These have lasted years, and they continue to last, which is why when they come up on eBay, I still buy them.
Wow. Yeah.
I still buy them.
Yeah.
I have their undershirts, and I wear their undershirts to work. The waistcoat, people don't know. People don't know.
They do now.
They do know. Nobody from work is watching this. But, again, with the colouring across the pips, they did a beautiful job. I really wish that I'd had one of the others here to show everybody. Their Wrath of Khan uniforms were phenomenal. They even did the jacket. They did the jacket, which was good. But, now if we compare this to another... Now, they were official as well. They were official uniforms. Ta-da! Rubies again! Oh my good God.
Ew.
Yeah.
That's not even... No, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Isn't that supposed to be an undershirt?
Yeah.
Right.
Stitched in undershirt.
A dicky.
It is. It's
Basically.
terrible. Do you know what's really genuinely bad about this, other than everything?
The material's actually quite decent and can be used
I
in a
bought-
real uniform.
I bought 2 in every colour
Yeah.
so that I could take them apart, remake it into the proper uniform. I had to use a back plate for the front. So, yeah, but it is doable. These can be reworked, and it's cheaper to buy these than it is to have the material silk screen printed up.
Yeah.
Because getting the printed materials is expensive and it's hard. And I'm actually wearing a uniform I quite like as well, which is... It is official.
Yeah.
It is official.
Is
It's
that
the
a Kellogg's
Kellogg's
logo?
Cornflakes uniform shirt.
Yeah.
There, 2009, did them in all colours, all sizes. I genuinely liked it. I thought I'd wear them.
That's actually quite a nice material,
It's a
isn't it?
lovely material. Is it screen accurate? Hell no.
Do we care?
No, because it's fun.
Yeah.
Sometimes you've got to look at these
It's just
things
a
and
t-shirt,
go,
really,
it's
but
fun.
it's quite...
Yeah, but they did t-shirt uniforms at the same point, and they are lower quality than these, which were giveaways. Right, well, I think that wraps it up from this. So, getting back to the initial point of this bad boy, is this one that we are going to see in a few years at events and go, oh, you're wearing one of those? Nice. Yeah. Quality's good.
Yeah. You're paying for it.
You're paying for it.
But I'd really love to see what one of their deluxe ones looks like. Not that I'd ever be able to wear it if it's made of wool.
No. But it would be nice to get my hands on the
Yeah.
deluxe. If anybody has a deluxe, we would love to review it for you. We
Yeah,
really would.
absolutely. So,
Right, well, if any of you have any comments about these uniforms, or you wish to tell us about a make of uniform that we missed out, to the best of my knowledge, which is decent in this
when it comes to
arena,
uniforms, yeah.
these are all the official uniforms. Loads of companies have had a crack at making unofficial ones. I would really appreciate photos, and any information you have, feel free to email me personally or send it through Geekology, because I'm always after new information on uniforms. I think that about wraps it up. Thank you very much for watching. You can subscribe to us here on YouTube, you can follow us on both Facebook and Twitter, and of course there is the official Geekology website. Thank you for watching, and good night.
Bye.